Hey everyone, welcome to another review. I'm Zee, this is my dad.
How y'all doing?
Today we're reviewing Ant-Man for 2015. The movie is basically introducing Ant-Man to the bigger MCU at the time. You disagree? Or you?
I'm listening to you. This is more your field.
What's your opinion on the movie? I mean, what's your review? Did you like it and stuff?
Yeah, I liked it. Other than what's that police name? T.I. I don't really like his character, but yeah, I love the movie. Other than Officer Tip.
I like the movies. I like the shots. Those are great in this. And that's basically my review of the movie. Ready to get into the scenes?
Yeah, let's go.
My first scene is basically the introduction of the movie. It's back in
1989.
The SHIELD base is being built, and a young Hank Pym, the first Ant-Man, is going to board the directors of SHIELD. Should I say who they are? Or?
What, the board of directors?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can say that.
One is Howard Stark, Iron Man's father, and the other one's Peggy Carter.
But there's another dude too, right there.
I don't know who that dude is.
That's the dude he started being with Hydra. I forgot his name, but go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, he's with Hydra, and he's mad they're trying to recreate his tech.
Hank is.
My bad. Let me clarify. Hank is, and the dude with Hydra says something about his wife. Hank slams his face down.
Yeah, he's like just like you let your wife die and all that type of stuff. Hank ain't like that.
And Hank left.
Yeah, just like you said, how he slammed the dude's face. Because Tony Father wanted him to stay. And when he slammed Slim's face on the table, Tony Father was like, what you looking at me for? Because Slim looked at Tony Father like he was for some assistance. He said, what you looking at me for? You was running your mouth. You know what you said. We'll go up.
My next scene's a little bit after this, but I'll run through it. Then we go to present day. We're introduced to who's going to be the new Ant-Man.
Yeah, I guess.
Scott Lang. He's getting out of prison.
Yeah, he's in prison. Well, when they show him, he fighting in jail. But that's they was throwing him a going away party. But go ahead.
He gets a new job at Baskin Robbins, and basically.
Yeah, because when he coming home, when his man pick him up, he's like, man, yeah, I got some guys, we trying to do some things. And he's like, nah, I'm going straight. I ain't doing nothing no more. And he went to Baskin Robbins and got him a job. But go ahead.
And after a while, Baskin Robbins, I think like a few days passed.
Yeah, that's why you said a while. Like, it been a long time. But like you said, it probably been a week maybe. But go ahead.
The manager called him in the back and basically said they had to fire him because I don't know why, but you and me believe that.
No, he said he got to fire him because what basically happened is he must have lied on his application and didn't tell him that he just got out of jail or he was on parole or whatever. And so I guess once his social security or whatever the background check stuff came back, it showed that he was on probation and the charges he had and what he was in jail for, basically. But the manager is a fan of his. He loved what he did when he stuck it to the man after the man had stole all the money from all the employees. Because something happened, like the person that stole something took the money from the employees and give them their retirement. And Scott broke in there and spreaded the money out to all the people or whatever. Well, my bad for cutting you off, of course.
He basically said, if you want to take one of those something mango drinks, mango blast.
Oh, he said, yeah, you want to take one of the mango blasts
on your way out. I won't say something.
Yeah, I act like I didn't see it. Yeah, he said, because I love what you did. And then he said, oh man, because Scott thought he was cool once Slim, he thought he was going to keep his job once Slim was a fan of his.
He's like, yeah, but you're fired.
Yeah, but you're still fired.
Killed me.
I don't think he really had no control. The man was 50 years old, manager at Baskin Robbins. But he was still trying to act like a young person. That's what the problem was. He thought he was a youngster trying to be hip. But go ahead, my bad. I don't mean to keep cutting you off.
No, it's cool. My next scene again is after this. Excuse me, my bad. Scott's daughter is having her birthday party. Cassie, I believe she's like 8, 7.
Oh, I wasn't there. No, oh shit.
And what's it called? Her mom apparently married a police officer afterward.
Yeah.
So he's being a dick. He's saying, "What are you doing here, Scott?" And so.
I mean, is he being a dick? He just being a cop. I mean, that's what they do. They're assholes.
Okay, so he's doing.
Yeah, but go ahead.
He's saying you can't be here and stuff. And he's like, "It's my daughter."
It's my daughter's birthday. I don't even know why he even had to explain that to him. I wouldn't be explaining it to that motherfucker. Man, listen here, Slim. And more importantly, his baby mother or whatever that she is, his daughter's mom, she a piece of shit for letting that happen. But then again, Scott always coming up short on his daddy stuff. Well, not to baby girl. As long as baby girl happy, I don't know why they mad. But go ahead.
Anyway, no. The mom, after that, comes to the party and takes Scott outside for them to have a private conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically like, you can't, see her. And he's like, that's my daughter. She's like, no, you're going to pay child support, get a job. And after all that, we'll talk about what we can do. And it killed him.
Yeah, would have killed. Well, he's a clown. Because I would have, well, yeah, I ain't going to say that. But, I mean, he ain't too much he could have did other than, I guess, try to get a lawyer or something. And try to get joint custody so he can get his fair share of time. But that probably would not been hard for him coming home from jail so fresh, and then he liked to stay in there a lot. So.
And then so he pulls a jail. He pulls what's it called? The crime Louis told him about earlier. That's the friend who picked him up.
Yeah, but how you just jump into that and you ain't even explain the crime?
Oh yeah, the crime is basically that there's some old.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. There's some old rich dude, right? Retired billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, what's it called? They want Scott to break into his house and basically like steal money.
He just told him break in the house and steal. I thought he said a case.
Oh.
And I'm guessing they assumed money was in there. I'm not sure if he said that, but that's what I think. And they assumed money was in there. But of course, when Scott broke into the place, there was nothing in the case but a suit. A weird space-looking suit. Looked like a old big old helmet and all that old rubber suit. It looked like it was some diving type of suit for real. But go ahead.
So Scott takes the suit with him, right? He starts messing with it, I guess, so he can wear it.
Yeah, because he could get the readjusting and stuff in the belt part.
Quick thing I wanted to mention. They state that he has like a master's in like something technology based. So I guess that's why he's able to mess with this stuff.
Yeah.
Engineering, they said.
Yeah, he's definitely smart. But go
on. He basically accidentally trimmed himself down. And then Hank starts talking to his ear.
Well, yeah, he put the suit on. That's why I say he put the suit on. And then the old billionaire that you said he stole the suit started talking in his ear, and we find out that it's the same old guy from the beginning, Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man. And he wanted him to keep the suit.
Mm-hmm. My bad, I could explain that better.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, that's what I say. You speed, but don't have no details.
And so it's basically this great few minutes showing like how different it is for him at this size. Like he like the water out of the shower, how it's just him not that bad to it at his size.
I don't know the difficulty at this size. It's just different. How the fuck did I get small like this in the tub? I mean, then all the water coming is looking like the whole world been flooded to him. So it looked like 2012 to him. So I mean, I think everybody would have panicked.
I know.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying it's awesome scene.
Oh no, yeah.
He goes through the floorboards, falls down to a party where everyone has like. My bad. Before that, he's on the record and says, "I'm going so fast." It's like a what's it called, tornado. He like has to let go, or he's fleeing. My bad.
I don't know, like a tornado. It's more like a oh, I forgot y'all ain't have them nowadays. It's like a merry-go-round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for real. You know.
My bad. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Then he's on the ground and having like people nearly step on him. I think
But they can't really step on him because remember the person stepped on
they
pushed the foot. Yeah. Because I was asking you, can he get squished? But I doubt it.
Maybe by someone very strong.
Yeah, Thanos or something. But that's no regular human. But go ahead.
And
then
then
he's super strong. The suit make him super strong anyway.
Did he fall through the floor again, or did he go through the door to get to the next floor? I know he just gets into a place where a woman's vacuuming, right? And then that launches him through the door into the hallway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I remember it shot him out the thing. I thought he went through a glass or something.
No, he went through glass slabs.
Oh, okay. Go
You know, he went through the floor, like I said, got sucked into the vacuum. That was cool to see how that looks.
That's how it looked on the inside. What they think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like you said, he's super strong. Like I think the leg of him and he launched out.
Yeah, I know it threw him out through the bag, I think, too. Did he go through the bag?
He popped the bag. And then he went out in the hallway and saw the scariest thing.
In the hallway? I thought he was like in a sewer or something.
No.
When he saw that rat, he was in the hallway?
You know, he's, like I said, a rat that size, scary.
Any size. But go ahead.
He jumps out the window and falls in the car. And then resizes. And so, he decides to return the suit to Hank, right? After Hank, said, keep it.
Yeah.
But
he said he's taking it back to the house. All the time, as soon as he take it back.
The cops are there.
Yeah, the police catch him.
He goes into jail, right? And they take him to Hank, right? My bad. His lawyer.
Yeah, I was they ain't take him no damn Hank. They said he had a visit from his lawyer.
I like it how he's using
lawyer visited him.
I like how he's using the ants to block the camera.
Oh yeah, Hank.
And he basically said, "Why didn't you keep the suit?"
He said, "I told you to keep the suit." Yeah, why you keep saying basically? Well, go ahead.
Then I forgot what else Hank said, but he leaves out, and he has the ants bring Scott the suit that's smaller. My bad. It's shrinked.
Yeah, he told him, "I told you to keep the suit, but now you're locked up. See if you can get out or something like that." Anyway.
And I like how he has the ants like literally going from like 10 to like 1.
They counting down.
That's cool.
Yeah, because they blew the suit up, right? Yeah, once they brought it into him, they blew it up.
And here I'm really quick another cool scene, right? So he's escaped out, right? And then what's it called, flying ant came in. I forgot.
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony came in, right? And like
it's Anthony. I don't think it's Anthony. It's Anthony. Yeah, that's why. But it doesn't matter.
I mean, I like again, like I said, I was saying this to you when we was watching it. Since his side and stuff, that's like a helicopter landing, kicking up all that stuff.
I was blowing all the wind. Yeah, the grass and all that stuff. Yeah, it looks sweet.
He gets on top of him, and it's cool because the police who are chasing him, thinking he escaped. He's on the side of their car. Is that what's it called? Then he hops onto the taxi with Anthony. My bad. But he's not controlling them.
Yeah, Hank controlling them. Yeah. Because he's like, why are we on the side of a cop car? And he's like, yeah, because they're going to take you out of the 5-mile radius. Yeah, so they'll help you get away from looking for you. But anyway.
And I like it, the ants flying around, he flies into the trolley, Someone like smacked.
Oh, that lady here? Yeah, she smacked him.
They land on the newspaper. He flings it. I just like that change of side. Eventually, I don't know if it's because of everything happening or the height they went up to. Most likely, with everything happening, he panics. And he,
I don't think he panicked. It was just going too high. He ain't have enough oxygen. It might have been panic too, though, but I just know he was up so high, I thought he lost oxygen. Because remember, he passed out and fell off.
And when he woke up, he was at Hank's house. Yeah. He doesn't know it's Hank's house yet. He just went to
he was back regular size in his underclothes in the bed with
a woman watching him.
What's her name?
Hope.
Yeah, with Hope watching. Hank.
Daughter.
Yeah, go.
I forgot how these scenes go. Is it training scene first, or is it Cassie's?
No.
So she says, "I hope you don't catch my dad first."
I don't know. What we talking about? I just know he get out the bed and all them answers right there. Then he walk down the steps, and Hank breaks down
what they're doing.
The whole objective. Like, he want him to be the new Ant-Man. This is his daughter Hope. She hating on you. She don't want you to be Ant-Man. She want to be Ant-Man. This and that. She don't think you ready. But he tell him, I've been watching you since you did that crime we talking about.
Where he
when he gave the money to the people and he was juvenile, even though he got locked up for it. He said he been keeping track of him ever since then. And basically broke down that he wanted him to keep the suit and such and such. Well, go ahead.
And next scene, they both have it like either at the same time or one slightly before the other. So they start training Hope. Scott.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, while they're training him, you get a scene of what's it called, the cop and the mom and Cassie, right? And he's like, I'm about to go. You know, he got Lee saying, hey, his lawyer from his other detective friend. He's saying the lawyer that came for Scott yesterday was Hank Pym.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, but he didn't say nothing to Sam.
Yeah.
And she's like, are you trying to catch me in the dad? He's like, yes.
That's my favorite part of the movie.
And she said, I hope you don't catch him.
Yeah.
Good daughter. And now, they start his training scenes, right? So his first test, I mean, these are happening, multiple times, but the first test they introduced us to is he has to shrink, jump through a door on what's it called, knob.
He gotta run to the door full speed, jump, shrink, go through the keyhole, and then open back up to his regular size when he gets to the other side of the door.
Failure. What's it called? He has to get familiar with the different types of ants.
Mm-hmm. Because they got to get used to running with him. Because at first, when they walking up on him, he all nervous. Then he get used to them. But there's so many different type of ants that he got to deal with.
Then what's it called? He's getting training from Hope. You know how to fight. I mean, not
I
how to
don't
fight.
really know if it's training. I mean, she's saying she training him, but she just want to beat his ass for real because she mad that he got the shows and she didn't. She don't understand, but she's just jealous. Right
Another test is they had like this ear thing which let them control the ants, right?
Not really control them. It just helped him communicate with them and build a friendship, a bond with him. Because he kept asking him, he's like, how you make him do nothing? He said, I don't make him do nothing. I asked him. But go ahead.
And so, he has to learn how to do that. There's scenes in between, like when Hope gets the thing when he's not able to do it, when they're not listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
She making them like turn off the light, crawl everywhere.
Yeah, do all type of stuff.
And her face is like weird. She's like, my bad. Like that face. Like
why did you care to make the face?
I don't know.
All you had to do was say she had a weird face.
Hank says stop, and you see, I guess she was angry.
Yeah, because she was trying to do all the controlling and not letting Scott practice with it. And he was telling her, like, you're not going to be Ant-Man, so get that out of your head and let him practice with the ants.
Is this the one where she leaves out to the car and he comes with her?
Oh, Ant-Man came? Yeah.
He goes into the car with Hope before she leaves and covers, basically saying why he was probably a good dad.
No, it's saying why he don't want her to be an Ant-Man. He's like, he's a good dad. Who would want their child out there risking their life, this and that. So he uses me because he don't care about me. See, with you, and that's how he break down the explanation to her.
After this, they have a better bond.
I think she keeps kind of trying to make herself like him, but when he says that, she sees like he's not an asshole.
He's a genuinely good guy.
He seems like a good person.
And also during this time, she finds out what happened to her mother. As we remember in the beginning, how we talked about how the guy was talking about how you could save your wife. He explains it. They were on a mission back in whatever, I think 87. He said.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 years before.
And they're dealing with some like terrorist group getting like a nuke basically and launching it to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
it was what's it called? The outside shell of it was made out of lead, and his suit was damaged, so he couldn't shrink again.
Not his suit, whatever that little thing on his belt. That
regulator.
Yeah, the regulator was damaged.
So his wife quit with it.
Yeah.
Hopped in, and he basically
all she did was switch the regulator because you had to go. What do you say? What size you had to go?
You had to go so small.
Quantum. The quantum size. You just. I mean, you know.
And after that, you basically just keep shrinking.
Yeah, he said you're gonna shrink forever, unless you get your mind right, because then you mentally gotta stop and hurry up and. I mean, not hurry up, but focus and get you. Because when you're that small, he said,
time doesn't pass.
Time is passing for you fast, but in the real world, it's moving slow. Right? Yeah, it's moving slow.
Or if it wasn't time going fast for you, and outside it's going slow.
I think when it's regular for you when you're down there, but on the outside, it's moving slow.
But there also is a chance that he said the other way. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you're wrong. He might also say that it's going slow for you, but fast outside. One of us is right. But I think it's
the only
you.
reason I would say I don't think it's going fast. I think, like he said, I mean, I think it's because it got to be going fast to you because you're so small. Well, I don't know. Because if it was going fast on the outside, I mean, spoiler, his wife would be 2,000 years old. She wouldn't be the same, or he'd be 2,000 and she'd be young. You see what I'm saying?
Anyway, this brings them closer together now that.
Once she finally heard the truth.
Since he always, didn't tell her for.
Yeah, because he never said she was dead. He just said when she left or when. Because he never say she dead. She always be like, my mom died and you still ain't. And he'll never say she dead because he got hope inside that she's still alive. But go
ahead. And after this, he's getting through all the tests. He's able to shrink fast and grow, open the door. He's
just able to pass all the tests that he started. Why you go through all? I told you. Yeah, he just able to pass the test that he was failing at first.
I mentioned one cool scene from the test. When he's with the ants, all the different types of ants are running with him. And they're not bothering him anymore. He's like leading them like this.
Yeah, I don't think they was bothering in the first place. He was feeling like they was bothering. He was panicking. Yeah, they was just walking up on him trying to get familiar with him. But that's a cool scene.
I just liked it.
Man, get that scene the hell out. That shit ain't cool. This is just some garbage.
My next scene is what's it called? His end of the test. They need something for their let me explain their plan. Why they got Scott. Because I didn't explain it. I forgot to add a previous scene. Darren Cross, the apprentice of Hank when he was younger, right?
Hope's boyfriend. Yeah, the dude that run the pimp
industry.
And all that name.
Hank company.
Yeah.
Is what's it called? Doing evil stuff. He's replicating the shrink attack, which Hank don't like.
Yeah, he's trying to remake the Iron Man suit or whatever, and Hank doesn't like it. That's one of the reasons Hank never told him about what he needed to do to make the suit because he already knew the dude would do some extra, try to take over the world.
So Hope came back to him and they were in the air. But again, for the break-in to destroy the suit, right? They need what's it called, like a generator or something to block a certain like a signal or something from something.
I just know that
they need something.
They needed like 3 different things to happen, and since Hope and Hank had to be in there with Cross, that's when Ant-Man had to go get Michael Pena, the Spanish guy, the crazy gothic white guy, and the other dude.
I wasn't even close to it. I wasn't even close to it yet. I'm still talking about how he's fighting Falcon. I mean, quick truth.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that scene. My bad. Go ahead.
I mean, his final test, like I said, they need something to block Cross the signal so he can get in there and destroy the suit. So they go to his old.
Why you just say they had to go to Stock's industry and steal a thing that only is made in Stock industry?
Hank made it, but
I mean, Hank might have made it, but it's only made in Stark.
They had to go get Hank checked from what's it called, from Tony Stark's father place.
Yeah, you get too much trying to be too scientific with it.
Now recently, it's the Avengers base. So
yeah, because Hank blueprints is old as shit. Old as shit. And that's why Ant-Man cussed him out. Because when him and Anthony flying in, he was like, man, this is the Avengers tower. I mean, base or whatever. Go.
He fights Falcon, beats him, gets the thing, and get out of there. He couldn't fly afterward.
Yeah, I don't really know if he beat him. He just ripped some plugs out of his suit so
and
his suit won't
function.
Mostly he was just trying to get his iPod to focus. Because his eye, he got that...
They ain't where you can see him.
Yeah, he got that, whatever, that radar type of thing where he can lock in on the smallest things. And that's how he was saying, because he was punishing Ant-Man to be so little. He was catching Ant-Man everywhere, but Ant-Man would trick him with the, like you said, adjusting big and small, using all that shit, was punishing Falcon once he started using that repertoire.
And like you said, they need help because there's being some extra security, so they bring in Ant-Man's friends.
Yeah, after they get away with the thing, because Pym was upset because he thought once he got, because remember him and Hope was trying to tell him, turn back, don't go in there. And he's like, nah, I got it. When he came back with the thing,
he killed me. He said, I did good work, didn't I?
He came back, he said, oh, I apologize, you did a good job. He said, what? He's giving me props. He said I did something good. And Hope was like, yeah, that's amazing.
Should I lay out the plan or should I just go until when they did the plan? Not me give like explain it to them.
Well, I mean, just explain it. I don't know what you mean.
Next is when they break into the place, right? One of Scott's friends is a guard who gets in so he can disactivate the water main. Since
yeah, because they got to go through the water because that's the only way they won't be detected.
Cross added some interesting security measures like tiny nets in his vents and like laser grids and stuff.
But the extra small ones in little places, and that's why they had to go through the water line.
If they took down the pressure, it'll be just right that he can get in there.
Yeah, because one of them had to be security. Then they needed one outside
hacking,
and then they need the other one to look out for the police and stuff.
And when it came for all of them to escape, the getaway driver. Wait,
no, what are you talking?
Remember they called him the getaway driver.
Yeah, but he's also the lookout one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You named like it was another person.
I said Ann.
You said Ann, but it's not Ann. It's one person.
You're saying I'm making it sound like it was.
It's like it's another person.
Same person. He just has two jobs.
Yeah. That's all I'm about to say. You can't say Ann. I can't keep schooling you
Maurice
every time.
Is that what his friend's name is?
It's Police T.I. Whoever he played is had ass.
He gets in right and he takes down the pressure for Scott.
He the one to take the pressure down? I thought the gothic dude, the white dude,
he took down the lasers so he can get in the suit.
I thought he was all the technology shit.
They didn't have him to get inside so he couldn't do it manually.
Who? Michael Pena?
I guess.
The Spanish one?
Yeah,
I thought you was talking about T.I. I said that police ain't come inside. He stayed outside. Remember he was hiding in the truck with the other dude? But go ahead.
I mean, no. Yeah, like, so you took down the water main. Scott's in the, pipes riding a boat of ants, which is cool.
I guess
it's
cool to you.
It's interesting.
Anything is cool.
He has the ants build him up so he can meet the upper ants and get inside.
They stack up so you can get to the top.
Cross right now is having his bid for his suit. Shield wants it, Hydra wants it, and he wants Hank in there to see his triumph.
Yeah, he just want to show off in front of Hank. Like,
Hank never. I would say never give him attention, so he's afraid.
No, because he said something to Hank. He's like, Hank, how come you never let me respond? And he's like, because I seen too much of me in you.
So, Scott heads over and gets inside the vent, right? But the police came, since they were coming close to arrest Hank at the door. Black T.I., or was his name Cop T.I.? I don't know. The getaway driver and lookout takes away their car and drives off, wreck it, and come back. But he honks the horn while he's laughing, and they come arrest him. I mean, not arrest, but get him out of the car. So the one who believes in ghosts, the Russian one.
Yeah.
Press the button so the lasers go off when what's his name? Anna's dropping in for the suit. But Cross was expecting this.
Yeah.
By all the tiny accessories he's added. He's basically saying, so this is who you chose, Scott Lang.
Because what he do when Scott tried to come in, he clipped his thing
he
and closed it so he couldn't go back up. Had his ass stuck in that little jar.
And took his suit out.
Huh?
And took his suit out.
Took whose suit out?
Remember he had like ejected into his hand.
What, Ant-Man suit?
No, the yellow jacket.
The yellow
suit.
jacket. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a nice
yeah,
little
yeah.
container.
See, when you be saying his suit,
I'm not being
specific of who you talking about. I'm like, who? I'm about to say Ant-Man had his suit on.
He basically says kill him, right? No, he tries to kill Hank, right? He shoots him in the arm though. Ant-Man breaks out, take out the guards. What's it called? The U.S. The Hydra guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or SHIELD guy. Gets him.
He ain't with shit.
I'm saying he's with
SHIELD on the outside, but he's really a Hydra.
That's why.
Why you ain't just leave a Hydra?
He grabs he grabs what's it called? The particles.
Yeah, I guess that's the stuff that they need to make it big and small, right?
I guess the cross particles. So I can just differentiate them from Ant-Man's particles. He gets out there, right?
But they probably the same.
I just feel
remember he kept trying to do the test, it kept messing up, and then until he got the balance.
I just feel he's what's it called? Self-absorbed. He'll literally have to name him after himself.
Oh no, I don't care about the name. I'm just saying
they're the same thing.
Yeah,
just yellow.
Yeah,
and right. He takes out the guards. He goes after Cross, right? Who's getting upstairs on a helicopter, or is heading upstairs.
Yeah, because I keep forgetting how did Scott get out of that thing.
Those little discs.
That make you big or make you small. Yeah.
He threw like 2 at the glass to make it big and explode.
Yeah.
He guards follow him, and I like this. You might not like this chase, but I like it. He turns small and he's on like Cross's new thing for the business. Taking out the Pym and making it Cross tech. He's running across and you just see him shooting guns. So like
you talking on the little foam, it looked like a little building. Yeah, I like that part. I mean, I love all the Ant-Man shit when he getting big, small, and all that shit. That shit is cool.
What's his man name? The Spanish one? Michael.
I know his real name, Michael Pena.
Well, I'm gonna go by that. Michael
Pena.
Yeah. He saves him. And gets out since they plant bombs. Scott heads up, get on the helicopter, and they're out. What's his name? Hank and Hope get a tank that Hank keeps on his thing. An actual tank, just small.
Yeah.
And ride out there. Everyone gets out.
On his key ring.
I like that.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Scott gets onto the plane. My bad, coming with his swarm, right, of flying ants. Cross grabs the gun and starts shooting, and he hits Anthony.
Yeah, he had to get on the new Anthony.
I believe that's one that's Antonio. You don't care. He gets on the plane, right? While he's fighting the guards, Cross puts on his yellow jacket suit, right?
Yeah.
And they start getting they start fighting, right? He kills everyone in the plane. Cross. He blows up the controls, killed the pilots, and killed the guards. And I like it. They get smaller in the suitcase and fall out. So they're throwing his phone at each other. Lifesavers.
Yeah, that's my part. I like how the lifesaver broken and he's flying at them, but they little. Yeah, that's just sweet.
They hit the pool and he gets out first, right? But they kill a family while they're trying to relax.
But they was having a cookout or something? Yeah.
Scott gets out after him. They start fighting. I don't know if they were small or Yellow Jacket got small, and he got hit into the what's it called? The fly zapper.
Yeah, he made him small and smacked him into the fly, the little electric fly thing that be on the porches and stuff.
And the police showed up. And remember then Scott took off his mask?
Yeah, because who was the police? Woodhurst and his daughter.
Stepdad?
His daughter. Yeah, man, I guess that's what you call him. How about say his daughter, mother, husband?
Yeah,
I guess to some people. But go ahead.
He gets arrested though. And really, Yellow Jacket didn't die. He got stuck in between the things with his arm.
His little, like his iron spider claws or whatever.
And then he gets
That's
shocked.
what he looked like a little bit to me.
And he gets shocked back to life. they're driving, right? And he
I don't
goes.
think he got shot back to life because I think he got stuck. I think he was just out, and then when the electricity I think it just woke him back up.
Okay.
But
I thought he was knocked out.
Yeah, I could say he was knocked out, but I don't think he. Because remember we said he didn't get electrocuted because he never made it to the fly thing.
That would kill him.
He would have been dead. That's why Scott just walked away because he thought he was dead. He was cooking up there. But I think the sound just woke him up.
Remember Scott actually was trying to make sure he was gone, and then the police showed.
Yeah.
He goes to Cassie, right, the killer, I guess.
Yeah, he went to Ant-Man daughter house.
The cop turns around. Ant-Man gets in there, right? You know, he breaks out of the.
Because they had him in a police car, and then he wound up. Once he found out something going to his daughter,
he like flip the helmet over so he can.
And then hit the thing so he could shrink.
Yellow Jacket's about to kill her. Ant-Man gets inside. And they start fighting. I love this fight, right? Like I said, they get small. They're starting to fight on her, like Thomas and stuff.
Yeah. And they throwing them jumps.
He lands on Thomas, trying to shoot. What's it called? Scott, and like what's it called? The rug. But I like since he's so big, it's like tall grass.
Yeah.
But in the rug, he pulls out a few ants, right? They start fighting, right? Yellow Jacket, they're literally like crawling on him, biting him. What's it called? He throws some disc at him, you know, to make him big and small.
Don't make it so long.
Yeah. He makes Thomas big. He makes one of the ants big.
Nah, he ain't.
Oh.
Good. Finish talking.
What's it called? The police show up, right?
Yeah, because when he made, what did he make small? I know when he made Thomas big, Thomas was so big, he bust out the whole roof, landed on the police car and all that. Or did he make two things big?
I think he made something small. I just tried to remember.
Well, it doesn't matter. We ain't gonna waste our time to think about that.
Yellow Jacket's focused on shooting them, right? Cassie and the cop. So he gets, what do they call that? Quantum small, as you call it. And hop into his suit, start wrecking everything.
Yeah.
It basically made him like crush himself.
Balled him up. Yeah, that thing was crazy.
And he basically went to the quantum realm, right? And he basically, like, I guess, saying
was in the quantum realm.
Scott, remember?
That's when he. Oh yeah, because the blast it knocked him, and then he started getting small. But he could hear his daughter saying, "Daddy, where are you?" or something. It keep echoing.
Until he gets like a point where he's, I guess, the smallest.
I mean, yeah, he just finally got as small as I guess you can get.
Maybe we saw him pass an Adam.
Was smaller than Adam. I don't think he passed Adam then.
Oh, so that was Adam. I probably saw him.
The Adam is the smallest thing, right? That's all it can be is.
I think.
Well, but go ahead.
What's it called though? He messed with the regulator and putting in one of his big what's it called?
Yeah, because he's saying it was messed up. He took one of the big discs out and put it on the regulator and turned it up.
And he basically re-expand.
Yeah.
But like when he's coming back, like he's sucking stuff into his, I guess, portal.
I don't know.
And he comes back, right? He escapes before the police, you know, could arrest him. I mean, they're not gonna arrest him
because the police right there when he come back with his daughter. And they looking at him and he looking around like he ain't seen nobody.
I like that but he gets small, but he's in like the light, so it's a shadow.
Yeah, he's standing in the shadow waving at Cassie. Yeah, that's sweet right there. He's standing by her light and she waving at him like they the only ones that can see each other.
At the end, after this, the family is cool. You know, he can come visit, have dinner. Cassie go visit him
because the father, once he seen like what was going on and like Ant-Man was telling the truth. Not the father, but
the mother's husband.
Police dude. He was like, yeah, because I think even before he was the one kind of trying to give Scott a chance, but the wife kept trying to shit on him. But
I want to get to a quick trailer real quick.
Yeah, go on.
It's basically what's it called? Falcon finding out who Ant-Man is.
Yeah.
And basically saying Cap needs him since a war is coming with Iron Man.
Yeah. He telling him, I need to see you. I don't really think he's looking for him for Cap. He trying to see that Batman a regular size so he can beat his ass. Because when they was the same size, he was beating that man's ass. But once that man started jumping around with his size, it was trouble for him.
You know, I found that cool that they're setting up what they call Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of my review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And in the comments below, tell us what movie you want us to review next.
Alright, thank y'all for helping us out, watching the shows with us. Please hit the notification bell and subscribe. We really need y'all for that. But we're gonna have to do part 2 to this soon because part 3 about to come out. So when that come out? The 17th?
2 weeks.
That's 2 weeks? What's today?
Today's the 8th.
There ain't no damn 2 weeks. That's 9 days away.
Next week, part 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp will be coming out.
Yeah. But thank y'all again. Have a nice night.